استفاد من البرنامج. طبعا هذا بحثنا اللي كيتوجينيك دايت موديفايد ذا ريسك فاكتور اوف هارت ديزيز ان اوبيس بيشنت. هذا البرنامج الغذائي يساعد على منع امراض القلب بالنسبه حق الناس اللي يشتكون من السمنه. هذا بحثنا ان شاء الله في مجال التغذيه، طبعا ملخصه انا اللي حاطه. والروح باقيه على العشرين، وشكرا لكم. شلون؟
اطول محاضره في الثاني
ما فيها شيء، ماكو مشكله.
حتى اذا كانت يعني مطبوخه مقليه، يعني لان اسمع انه مثل ما الاحظ مكلف حق الفقاره.
صحيح،
خصوصا بمعظم الدول العربيه.
انا دزوا لي واحد من تونس غلط عليه سبني في هذا. الحين اقول لك على كلام صح كلام.
طبعا في دوله مثل مصر يعني يعتمدون على البقوليات، وحتى يعني اللي هو بروتين نباتي مع شو اسمه نشا. التمور تفاجأت تقول انها مو مفيده، ما لها علاقه عن ارتفاع ضغط الدم. فهل في عندك شيء حق ارتفاع ضغط الدم ولا لا؟
نعم. انا ما ادري. اوكي.
نيابه عن الدكتور.
Fashion. One day we see ladies' skirts go up above the knee, and one day they go down to the ankle. And your profession exactly the same thing. And nobody else in this gathering has suffered at the hand of the medical profession than me and my family. No less than the Queen's neurologist, a professor of neurology at London University, diagnosed my daughter and told me I had to go to him from Baghdad to London to tell me that this child would not live more than 6 months. She is now 55. And so on and so forth. Now, everything you said sounds very logical, very convincing indeed, except that it contradicts everything else I've had elsewhere. And therefore the patient is at a loss. There are so many conflicting medical theories, and the tragedy is that human beings, ordinary mortals like myself, think that doctors are little gods. They know everything, and we put such blind faith in everything we hear from doctors, and they are contradicting each other, and there is controversy all the time. So where do we go? Thank you.
Zinc as one of the studies you've done earlier. Now, some doctors consider zinc as a poison. All right, and you just should have it as traces in food, etc. But you don't take it as an independent element. Now, in Kuwait, you can go to pharmacies and you can get zinc tablets. Some cardiologists say this is poison. I was just wondering what you thought about that. The second thing, you mentioned that starches change into fat. Therefore, since fat is good for you, how come starches are not good for you? The third small question, Dr. Atkins, when he died, was his corpse, did they see how his heart and arteries were? Did he have an autopsy to check if they were good? Because I think Dr. Atkins' diet is still controversial, as was mentioned. And then the last question, ketonic. What's the meaning of the word? The word is Greek or what? Okay, these are the questions. Thank you. Yes. Very specific question.
I'm not going to say much. I am the only one in Middle East. I did so much about zinc research, I bet, than anybody else in Middle East. That's one thing. My thesis was about zinc influence of trace elements in the liver problem and liver cirrhosis due to alcoholic. Fine. Now, we found now, I call zinc is noble metal. There are 500 metals, enzyme, in our body which depends on zinc. Without zinc, none of these enzymes will work. Okay? Now, I tell you, there are a lot of studies done